All right, so a little before I recorded this video earlier today, I had a conversation with someone that was trying to get a life insurance policy. One of the questions that I asked the person was if they currently have a life insurance policy. This person did. They had one through their employer. And I asked them how much it was, and they said that they didn't know, and they ended up finding out during our conversation that it was $50,000, which is great. There are many employers out there that don't offer life insurance policies. So if you actually have one that does, good on you. They don't have to provide that. If they do, great. But even at $50,000, it's still not enough. God forbid, whoever's watching this video, if you were to pass away and while you're employed and they get that $50,000, they're going to go through that $50,000 really quick because they're going to have to cover funeral costs. If you are employed and a breadwinner that's contributing to the household, that money's going to go even faster. And if you have a lot of bills that you and your spouse had, a mortgage, that $50,000 goes away really quick. So it's important that you understand that $50,000 is not a lot of money when it comes to a life insurance policy, because automatically 8 to 12,000 of it is going to go away immediately to cover funeral costs, and the rest goes to paying bills and to supplement your income. But the reason I decided to record this video is because the person that I spoke to didn't know that if they leave the company, if they get terminated, laid off, whatever, they don't get to keep that life insurance policy. And this was a younger person. This was the first employer that the person has had that has provided life insurance. So granted, they didn't know that if you leave that company that you don't get to keep that life insurance policy. It's only good while you're still working for that employer. If you leave and the next employer doesn't provide life insurance, you have no life insurance. That was news to this person. So it's always important to be aware of that, of how much life insurance you have if your employer does cover you. And it's also important to know whether that life insurance covers natural death and or accidental. There are some life insurance policies out there that are provided by your employer that do not cover accidental. They only cover natural causes. So it's important you're aware of that too. Be aware of how much you have versus how much will be left over after funeral and burial costs and all that gets deducted. How much is going to be available for your loved ones to be able to live off of that income so that they can continue to survive. I know these are difficult conversations to have. I've had them before with my own wife. And it's important that you realize how important life insurance is. It's not about you, the person that's getting the policy. It's about your loved ones and what they have to go through if you were to pass away. Could they survive without you? For how long? So it's important. But yeah, if this type of content is important and you are interested by it, please like, subscribe, share, continue watching.